Hi, this is Roger, and this is your big surprise. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow, none of this will be here. It'll all be gone. That's the theory. In practice, it might not all be gone. But first job, we've got all the crates and everything, and boxes, probably far too many. And we're going to pack the orchids up and just put them on the floor over there, out of the way, and then start getting the kit out. And as the car fills up with kit, we'll take it over, set that bit up or put it in the right place, come back, get another lot until all the kit's gone, and then we'll start moving the crates of orchids. And they might not end up getting unpacked. We've only got 2 days, and I'd rather just get everything back at the other place. Sorting it out can happen while it's there. So the orchids might stay in their crates and just get plonked on the shelves, you know, in the crates, and I'll worry about unpacking them later. So I'm going to stick the camera on the tripod, hopefully somewhere where you can see what's going on, and I'm going to leave it running and not worry about it, if you see what I mean. So eventually the battery will run out probably before we finish working, and we'll see where we go from there. Right, let's go then. And as I said, the idea is you give me big pots.
Do you want me in here picking big pots?
Yeah, I think it's the best idea. Is just get big pots.
It don't matter what kind of orchid.
No, I don't care. It's just big pots because they'll stack quite nicely.
No.
Well, it didn't bloom.
Well, this is the time to get rid of it.
Well, it didn't bloom this year, and it's already started its next year's growth, and just the one. It needs repotting. That's what's wrong with it. It needs a repot. Might be better to start at the top.
Yeah,
Clear the decks through.
Yeah, true.
So hopefully you can see stuff. New blooms here. Okay, so I'm going to have to stack these. I don't
Okay,
want
yeah.
these stuff.
Might be a bit wobbly on the wall.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping, is that the trays will just, see, that's what I say, the pots, although they were watered some time ago, they're not dry by any means. Why the blooms? Oh, that one's opened. Yay.
Yeah.
That's a new one. And that's got 2 spikes.
Yep.
It's a zygote. We have a living zygote.
It hasn't died
That's
yet.
a novelty, and look at the state of that.
Oh my god, yeah. That's quite bad actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see it's got some...
Well, I'm not here, am I? I'm
No.
not here to deal with it on a regular
Got to
basis.
check the cracks as well, because
Well,
we get a leaf.
Tough, they'll just,
Yeah.
yeah,
Can you see that?
yeah.
Quite bad,
They need dealing with, but I haven't had time to look at them thoroughly.
That's the problem, is at the minute you've been having to split your priorities here, there and everywhere, so where do you get thin when you're doing that, isn't it?
Yeah. Straight in front of you,
Yeah.
big stuff.
I was trying to see how much room you have left.
All around in your room, and then get another crate.
One more?
Now I need 2 small pots now.
Like this sort of small or that sort of small?
Yeah, that sort of
Yeah.
small. And it's just to hold these in place.
This one, he's nice and upright.
Yeah. Let's just go down in there. Stuff that done. Oh, who said they weren't going to be heavy? It's a lot heavier than I...
That up.
Yeah, oh, that didn't work as well as I thought. That is quite heavy. So even more good reason for me not doing this on my own.
Yeah.
Right, plenty more big stuff to go. A few leaves get bent here and there. Tough.
Clay ones?
No, the clay ones can all go separate.
Okay. Because they will get heavy quicker, won't they? Get the end. Oh, you're getting ahead and touching
I
your
was going to
body.
say, look at what you're doing, not where you're going. For once. I always say, look where you're going, not where you've been, but in this case, you need to look at what you're handling. Yeah, don't worry about trying to clear an individual shelf. It's
No, I'm just going for the big ones. Mm.
There's that shelf there, all the big ones.
It's going to be a bit hard to get out.
Just pull it. Especially the blooming on that this year. It's a non-blooming plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been growing.
Well, it's never bloomed.
No, it was bought out of bloom because I wanted that particular
Oh, it
plant.
didn't even come in bloom.
No. It was bought because of the name. And it was a replacement for one that I had a long time ago that failed. And I saw it as,
Spikes there coming.
yeah, I
Nice.
saw it as a replacement.
What's that one?
It's an exhibition dance, I think, yeah. Yeah, social animal type, very scented, that one. There's another non-bloom, that was bought as a keepy off of Sarah.
Yeah.
She wanted a £5 for it, and I looked at her and she said, oh, all right. But that was just bought as a single cane. That's another zygo.
That's good, isn't it? Yeah.
So I can grow zygos now.
I think they're just finicky, weird plants. A lot of,
Well,
I know a lot of people have had issues with zygos.
I was messing them up at the repotting stage, so I didn't know what I was really doing wrong. And Michael McCarthy gave me all his info on how he grew them so well, and that did the job.
One more.
One more little one. Yeah, that one.
It's got nice bendy leaves that'll fit in. That would be heavy as well, maybe.
Yeah, tough. It's whatever.
This one's
See, once we get to
Not
these
as
sort of
deep.
size pots, they can go in little flat cardboard boxes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of size ones.
Yeah. It's been in bloom 6 months, that flower spike. It's been there 6
Yeah.
months.
Couldn't say I saw that one last night.
So you just wouldn't get any more bugs. Now here you'll have to go careful because some of these
Yeah,
are very
tall and unwieldy.
But this is, you know, set that out of the way. What's the height? It's my Victoria vagina.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
my-
doing well, isn't
that's
it?
my cane.
Yeah.
Compared to what
And
I
the
was given.
second one.
That's
Oh,
it,
it's
that's-
kiki
that's-
actually,
that's
yeah.
kiki. But no roots yet, so it has to stay there. Can't take it off till it's got roots. That's got bloom on. It came from Jeff's, with a name tag that doesn't exist on a Google search, so it's
Oh.
obviously totally wrong.
That's
It's not even close.
No.
Google comes up with nothing.
So it's not even like just slightly
No.
misspelled or something,
No,
it's just plain wrong.
fundamentally wrong. Careful with that one, it's very top heavy.
Yeah.
And then knock everything over on the way. Should be getting some buds soon. That's all right.
These things,
Yeah.
I can't see any yet. Oh yeah, it's got a knobble. Oh, what's that there? Oh no, that's a leaf joint, isn't it?
No, that's a bud.
Can they bud from the top
Yeah.
like that? Oh, I thought they only did it from the joint.
No, not only, it's as
As
well.
well as,
well
okay.
as. Nobody's don't normally bud out of the top, but they can.
Okay.
It's the- oh, God, this is not going to stand up.
This one might not either then.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do it.
That's not too tall for our boot. Oh, that's. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And here.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that came from Burnham's, because they don't have many dendrobiums and a lot of them aren't very good. And I went out to the sales table with that one and Sarah picked it up, she went, oh, that's a good one. And I
I picked it.
I looked at her and went, well, yes. Said, there were some not so good ones, but I left them for you. Yeah, get those two big ones out. Right, some.
Medium or size sort
Yeah.
of ones.
Well, we're sort of down to that. There aren't any more
No,
giant
not
pots
really.
now. It's down to, which
I mean,
means
some of the clay ones, but like I said, we're doing them separate.
Really?
So
the thing is, when we get to the medium pots, an awful lot more will go in a crate. You know, it's only the big ones that are limited. That's my prima donna, what's left of it.
yeah.
Well, it got split up for lots of people. Loads of people wanted that.
It's a lovely plant, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, you think that was best in show, won't you?
Well,
You won't get anywhere near it now. Right, one more medium. I'll do this crate. See, that's nowhere near as heavy. And yet it's got a lot more pots in. That heater's going to have to go.
Yeah, I'll move that out of the way.
Yeah. Just bring it in here, tuck it inside the door out the way.
Just pushed it right over to the edge so it's not sticking out. Right, what sort of one should we go for now? An orange one?
yeah, the
Or this
orange
orange
ones.
and black one? Actually, that's quite a weak one.
Well, it's not actually, it's just the flappy ends, the little clips have
Oh.
gone. But, and then there's some that haven't even been unfolded yet, but these are ready to go.
Yeah.
These are good strong. These stack.
Okay.
Once you get your food in. So
I mean, we can't do two layers
No.
because they'll stick out the top, won't they? But, right.
do you want to get the Bronanthus down? Because they are,
These?
although they're hanging up, they are pots.
Yeah, they'll still stand like pots, won't they?
They're quite heavy.
Is that because of what's in them? The media? Is
Lava rock.
that what that is? Lava
Yeah.
rock.
Hopefully I'm going to get them to grow better next year, and possibly one of them, the one you're about to put down, that is blooming size, that could bloom. Knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't look at all the different bits at once. Oh, it's a new puzzle. Something coming out the top, it's just all
No, they're sort of growing okay, but these are warm growers. You know, they're at the warm end, and they're not getting it.
Wait, the shelves are getting less supportive with less on them.
Yeah.
Should we start going for some of
Those
these?
up there.
These ones, yeah.
You say again, what if you want more in there?
Yeah. These are a bit less, like, unwieldy, the smaller ones in general as well, aren't they? Not quite as strappy. I'll get that over. Big boy.
Well, get small stuff out of the way first, then we don't get, no, move it, take it off and put it on another shelf, then it doesn't get knocked over.
Yeah. Is that one of your
That's one of the big
John-
restrictions.
John Lewis? Well, they've got a funny, it's like a person's name. The ones with the big blooms that bloom all the time, isn't it?
You mean the,
Like this, here.
yeah,
Yeah. What are they? They've got-
Eric Young Foundation.
Oh, not John Lewis.
Not John Lewis, no.
It was a name though, I'm going far, right? I think that's a shop, isn't it?
Yeah, big chain store. That's my best one.
No, that's looking great, isn't it? That looks really nice. I so wish I could grow Monstevalias, I love them.
Well,
I think
I'm
we're-
hoping that they're going to grow an awful lot better in the new place.
Yeah, yeah, might well do. Will you
Yeah,
fit?
that will be the last
Last
one
one?
here, that just fits in the corner there. Yeah, that's that one
Cool.
done.
Same trade in?
Yeah, just as well.
Yeah. They're quite good ones.
Yeah. Well, as I say, we've got far too many crates.
It's better than
But-
running out, because
yeah.
then we would have had to unpack them and bring them back.
Believe it or not, these two are cherry babies.
Yeah.
When I saw those for sale, I thought, I'm flipping having them.
Yeah.
Because you've got a hell of a job to
Well,
find a
look at the
decent
roots on
one.
that, and you roots
Yeah.
in there, they're great, aren't they?
Yeah. Straight down
Very
in
nice.
here. So that's going to be a strong
Sorry, I
one.
put that on your shoe.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, once we get down to these pots, you're going to get like 20 or 30 in a single tray.
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
quite-
you were right, this doesn't take that long when you get
No.
going, does
No, I
it?
didn't think it would be to us. Would have taken me an awful lot longer to keep that into. Oh, it's going to get thrown out if I'm not careful. These are the two new
It's
growths.
a shame, because I do like the blooms, they're delicate.
Well, that's one of the parents of the twinkles. So, you want the moss trays to go over as well.
Yeah.
They'll stack, quite honestly. They'll just go
Yeah.
one on top of the other. They'll grow again. Yeah, I think it's just anything now,
Yeah.
apart from the really small pots. That's the one I got from Nick's Master Values that he sent me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did say I had to buy one, but he sent me one.
Oh, that's nice, then.
And he's happy with me using his shop when I start splitting plants up to sell.
Oh, that'd be handy.
He's
wouldn't
got
it?
a website which has got a shop on it, and he's quite happy for other people to use it, if you know what I mean. He put it there to help out with the UK people, you know, that can't get plants anymore. So that was a useful thing. That's why we're turning up to species.
Got a hat.
Spikes on that, yeah. That's my strongest Archaeopsis. Well, it's a hybrid, but I mean, you know, the number of new growths on that is quite fantastic.
Yeah.
And I've got a root system.
Yeah.
That's the hard bit with an Archaeopsis, is getting a root system and maintaining it. Careful, they will fall out ever so easy.
Ooh, big bark.
Mm.
Are they newly potted, are they?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that bleach treatment whacked all the roots on my cattleyas.
What's that?
It's just a piece of cattleya, it'll either grow or it won't. But the cattleyas are on their last legs this season. If they don't start growing some roots and get going again, then they're going to go in the bin. They're bloody,
A pain.
well, they're the, what's it, magnets. You know, that's got two new growths at the base. So that's going to,
Good.
that will get a grip eventually. But yeah, they're scale magnets. They are the, you know, the consequence of perpetuating the scale, because it's
Yeah.
virtually impossible to clear the scale on this.
It's not looking quite as good, is it?
No, but
Still,
that is actually a flower.
Yeah, and it's got
that's
some
got
root.
black fly on it.
Mhm. Oh, wow, they're all on leaves as well, then.
That's first aphids I've ever had.
Mm.
But, you know, once I get the other place like that, I could actually fire the heater up one day. Yeah, I could actually fire the heater up and get it quite warm in there, and then spray the plants with the hippie soap.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with that. Give them a good soak. But not at the moment, it's too cold. Can't get plants wet when it's cold. It's just not a good idea. And with the short days and no heat, there's another good tray there under the
Yeah.
boxes.
Get that one next.
Yeah.
That's going to be good height for these smaller pots as well,
Is
isn't
that
it?
too?
No, I think
Oh,
it's
no.
just the handle things again that
Oh, no.
stack, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a very strong one. Right.
Any little stuff left now,
Yeah.
isn't
Well, which would be better going in a box. This would be, let's do the clay pots.
Yeah,
This is a
okay.
strong
Yeah,
tray.
true. It's a
These
strong
little
one,
tiny
isn't it?
ones can just go in the flat cardboard boxes, of which there are quite a lot. You have to go steady with these
Yeah.
because a leaf will knock the pot next to it over.
Yeah, they're very unwieldy.
Well, that's the other thing
scruffy.
with cattleyas, they take up so much
Yeah.
space. And one of them's got a tall spike on it, you need to be careful. See, that one's rotty. I don't think that's going to make it.
No, it's not looking the best, is it?
If it grows another new growth and gets some roots, then that's my Atropurpurea, the one that you found for me,
Yeah.
that was on my list, and you found it at Malvern, and it was in a sorry state. But when you see things like this, you see that's a new leaf, and it's come off.
Yeah, it's rotted from the base, really, isn't it?
So
That's your big spike.
that's my Labia anceps.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Only one spike this year though, because that again that got damaged.
Yeah, but I mean, one's better than none. Some of them look amazingly happy. But the new one looks okay. The new one looks alright. For now.
As I said, these are dependent on them picking up during this coming growing season. If they don't, then they're just going to go fed up with nursing them.
Yeah, it's just a never-ending rescue otherwise, isn't it? And you never get any good growth out of them.
So I said they need new growths with strong roots pushing out, because they're all in new media now, apart from about two that didn't get. See the new growth rotted on that one.
Yeah, and this has got some fun going on as well.
That's the other.
Do you know what they're not happy with?
I did that bleach treatment on the roots to get rid of the scale,
Oh, yeah.
and it didn't get rinsed off properly.
Ah, right. So did it kind of burn them?
Yeah, it ate into the structure of the plants basically and did a lot of cell damage at the base of the rhizomes, which meant
Scale,
the
yeah.
new roots didn't grow. So, they just went downhill. And then the old bark, the old Orchiata bark started to break down, so they had to be repotted, and they got repotted when they didn't have any roots growing.
Which is not
No,
ideal at
so
all.
then they lose the old roots.
Yeah.
The ones they did have, the few they did have. I went to a couple of medium-sized ones now, and that'll be it in here. The clay pot's too wedgy.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do for that tray, I think.
There's only two, yeah, there's only two clay pots left. Not almost all,
That's
it's going to be heavy.
It's not too bad because they're dry. They were wet as well.
Yeah, if they're wet, they won't done.
Right, so we don't need any tall crates anymore. We haven't got, so all these tall ones won't get used.
Strong blue box or strong blue tray, seeing as we've got short, shallow pots now.
Probably get nearly all the
Tray?
small
Yeah,
pots in
I
there.
reckon get most
One
of them
go.
in there.
Take up quite a bit of floor space. But,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
alright.
we're going to have to do multiple trips anyway, aren't we?
Yeah, I reckon we can probably get most. Now, the only thing, I need to keep Derek's plants separate or I'll never bloody find them again. I know where they are now. It's that shelf there
Right.
and the back shelf there. Those are Derek's plants, not
Shall
this
we
front one.
Put them in first and put them all up
Well,
one
what I
end
was
of
going
the
to say,
tray?
why don't I just get
Or
one,
just a separate
why don't I
box?
just get a flat box
Yeah.
or a little tray.
Yeah.
Let's just put them in there,
Okay.
and then they're all kept separate.
Yeah.
I need those separate because I'll never identify them
Right, you
again
won't know which
otherwise.
one's which otherwise, will you?
And they're, I mean, some of these have started to grow now. I mean, they're a long way off decent plants, a long way. And some of them still won't make
But
it.
then, you know, he hadn't been able to look after him for quite a while before he died, had he?
Well, he was ill,
Yeah.
then he moved house,
Mhm.
and then he was very ill, and then he was in hospital, and he
Yeah.
died. So, you
And
know.
Chris is not an orchid person, is she? So I'm
No,
sure she
and
didn't
I
know
mean,
what to do.
Alan was going over there every few. Don't bother packing that one. It has ceased to be. It is an ex-orchid. If it hadn't fallen out of the pot, it would have died a long time ago. But some of them are coming on.
Yeah, yeah, there's definitely movement on some of them at least now. after being static things. And then the back row
Yeah, if you get,
there,
if you get those front four off and put them somewhere on a different shelf, and then it's just that back row. And that's not going to fill this little crate up, despite being a little crate. But we can put the pinguiculas in here as well.
Yeah, because we won't get them mixed up.
The only larger plant. There's actually two plants that are not with them, that are actually larger plants that are growing on quite nicely. There's a Sorogeny and the Radiata, the one that you don't like the fragrance of,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody else does.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me, but that sounds awful to my nose.
Yeah. That's the one that filled the Orchid Paradise where you didn't
I
like
had
it
to, I
at
had to
all.
leave, I
Yeah.
hated it. And they had a lot in there at that point, didn't
Yeah,
they?
well, all their stock plants and specimen plants were in bloom together, so it
Yeah.
filled the place up.
Yeah.
That's back up
Made
and
me
running.
sick.
Sarah's got that back up and running. She
Yeah.
has actually got Orchid Paradise open again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which,
That's one of my favourite bits of Burnham, to be honest.
yeah,
I love it in there with the pond and everything and the fish.
yeah. Right, then put those pink
Pinguiculas,
ones.
yeah.
Put the ones behind you in.
Yeah, okay.
Try not to tip them because they've got gravel on.
Do you want them to stay in the trays or?
No, no. Sort of trays out.
Like gravellers, I almost look like stuff you see in fish tanks, that like pretty crystal gravel.
Yeah, it is. That's what it's for.
Looks nice though.
Well, I got it.
Is it
It
to
does.
keep moisture in, is that what it's for?
No, it's the opposite. It's to keep the base of the plant from rotting.
Ah.
That's all it's going to put in there now.
Okay.
Just start another little one. As I say, these tall-sided crates are not going to get used now.
No, probably not.
How much is left now? Have a quick scan.
I think almost all of it's going to go in this big one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it's not enough to fill it, and if it's not full, it won't stay. It's,
We can always put a bottle of water in the edge or something. We've got things we can pad it with.
yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, okay.
I think it will mostly fill it, to be honest. So there's nothing else you
My
need
worry
to
is that
separate
this is a
it.
very good tray to lay mounting.
Oh, actually, it's the best one with that, isn't it? Yeah, true, I forgot about that.
Let's just
Let's see what else we've got.
what about that one? They'll all go in there.
I don't think they'll all go in there, but...
Well, a lot of them will.
Then we've got that green tub as well, we can use the tub, can't we? Plus we've got these things.
Yeah,
that
that's
we
what I said.
need
There's
in.
lots of flat boxes that I kept that are quite
But
strong.
the shallow ones, yeah, you're right, are probably better for...
Let's get the rest of the pots in here now.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of these have not got tags on, but I knew what they were because of where they were on the shelf.
That's going to go well now.
That's gone. But we won't be ideal in that way anymore.
Nope.
These are your two.
Yeah, well, they've come on well, haven't they?
I'd expect-
Again, I love them, but I just can't grow them in my environment.
I would expect to see some blooms on them this year.
Yeah.
Those couple of blooms should appear on those. We'll get that one up there.
Get him in, he's a bit torn. Always went to grab that one again, it's the one he's been thrown away.
Yes, there's not a lot of point in taking that.
Twig in a pot.
Yeah, it died a long time ago, it just took a while before it realised. That's good. What's that other thing?
Yeah.
That can never be replaced. That was that.
Is that the really rare thing that 3 of you got given? That you all...
No, that's the one I badgered out of that guy at the show. At the
Oh,
London show.
that. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that would be bloody hard to replace,
Well,
wouldn't it?
Virtually impossible. That's the only place I've ever seen it, and it wasn't legitimately. It wasn't for sale. I just bullied it out of him. Will sell it.
I was going to say it was part of his display, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
But then my Ignia, that amazing Ignia I had, was the same.
Which wasn't.
But then that's not rare, the same
And that
as
was
it.
a con as well, because it wasn't one good sized
No,
plant. was
it
It
looked
was
bloody
lots
great.
of little ones put in a pot for a display, and he didn't bother explaining
Telling
that
me.
to you. You know. The sale was more important.
But then that is what they're there to do. I
Well,
guess,
yeah,
isn't
they're running a business, aren't they?
it? Yeah. Oop, need some
You have to have another little tray as well, aren't you? Not quite. One of them, the best size pot you've got there. In this corner.
Be alright.
Yeah. That's gone.
One more would definitely do it now, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
we'll get a flat box, that brown box inside the white one.
Yeah.
Well, that's taller sided than I thought it was. But,
It's shallower than the white one is though,
yeah.
so it's probably still the best option of the cardboard ones.
We've still got some larger pots here. And there's 2 clay pots to go yet.
Yeah. So maybe it's good that it's slightly taller, but just for those couple of slightly bigger ones.
See what that one did? Look where the new growth came up, in the middle of the plant. Yeah,
Weird.
I've never seen
No.
that before. That is the new growth there. All the roots are trapped inside
Looks a
there.
bit like a pineapple.
Yeah. but
Yeah,
it-
they're trying to get out the
Yeah.
top, aren't they? That's very odd. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's got no
That's
roots,
strange.
virtually no roots in it. And half of the
Is
roots
this
were lost.
alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, probably.
Hopefully.
That comes into a probably one. It's dormant at the moment.
Right, yeah.
That's a black hair type that is effectively dormant, and if it doesn't grow new growth as the season progresses, cut them bloody scale. I can't get rid of them on this one. They're all in under the sheaths, and that's not very happy, but it's still with us.
Last clay one. And we've got 3 little ubiquitous still.
4.
That is the third
Oh,
one.
right.
Actually, that's not ubiquitous, is it?
Yes,
Or is it?
yeah, it is. That's the
Oh,
one.
it's the one.
It's the one that never blooms, and it's because it's in a pot of mud and desperately needs new media. At which point it'll get split into 2, one for somebody
That
else.
is all the pots.
Right.
Is it secure enough? Yes, tight
Yeah,
enough,
that's
isn't it?
fine. Yeah.
Does it need like a ball of...
No, that's fine.
Is this anything? Or is this dead?
Well, no, that's dead.
Yeah, it looks dead.
Check that. That decision was made a while ago. Right, we start on the mounts then.
Mountain, yeah. Should we layer all the little ones in this and then do the slightly big strappy ones separate, or what do you reckon is the best
Banders
way?
to do as well.
Because I think ones like this shouldn't really be on top of too much else.
Well, they would lay flat on top of other plants.
How's that going to go?
Well, these are spent spikes.
Oh, it can go as a pot then.
Yeah,
Shall I
so-
add it to the last bit of room in that one?
No,
we
there
just put
wasn't
in?
room.
No?
There's
Oh.
not room for that.
Okay. Oh, this is deep enough for him to stand in though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But yeah, it's these 2 spikes are spent now.
Oh, okay.
So, they're done.
Yeah. Did they actually open this time? They didn't
Yeah,
blast?
the blooms in the bowl.
Oh, brilliant. There's so many blasted last year, didn't they? Do you remember?
They, yeah,
One
they
after the
virtually all
other.
lasted. Right, I think we should start with the big ones and try and
Yeah.
lay them in, and then smaller
Fit
ones
little
and
ones
just lay on top. So,
So
start.
things like these, okay.
See, I'm wondering whether these would do better hung up in the car somewhere.
We've only got one thing each side though. I mean, we could only hang 2 really, couldn't we?
But this is my idea, is to just lay them in there and I'm done with it. See, that's not only irreplaceable, nobody else in the world has got that.
Quite a good plant.
Well, again, look, slight bug damage, but look, it's permanent on the leaves on this. The leaves are so fragile.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's cell damage, isn't it, essentially?
Yeah. And then let's just lay them on. As I said, they're not heavy, so they're not going to squash the ones underneath.
They're just awkward. They're just big and floppy and awkward.
Yeah, I'm just going to sort of lay them on in such a way that we still get the tray. Look at
I
the
need to
hook.
get this one on first.
No,
because
look at the hook, not the plant.
No, this is hooked inside its wires. This has
Oh,
to
is it?
come
Oh,
off
I see
first.
what you mean. Yeah. Well, that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're taking these down, you've got to look at the hook. 'Cause it's
Yeah, I
not
was,
the
and then I
plant.
was like, what's stopping it? And
Yeah.
that hook was inside it, wired. Well, it's easier with nothing here, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you know, and that's the stuff that gets knocked over.
Yeah. Are you going to bring all your moss ragtail thing?
My what?
Your big ragtail?
So half of it's dead, there's only one bit of that left alive. It just keeps getting forgotten to be watered.
Yeah.
And we mustn't forget my other red plants as well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to thread these in amongst the canes. Just tuck them in, heavy on down. As I said, they're not heavy, they're not going to squash anything. It's just a matter of getting them in so that they're transportable.
Mm-hmm.
Taken out carefully.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to unthread them
Oh yeah.
a little bit carefully from there. You don't mind mixing the
No,
types?
no, these I do know what they are. They haven't got tags on. They're recognizable. Yeah. Well, these are the few cattleyas that aren't doing bad, the ones that are mounted,
Yeah.
because they didn't get the treatment.
No.
They're not doing bad at all. But I will always have some cattleyas, even
I
if
will
I...
leave that super dilly one for now and do more of the medium
Yeah,
sized
okay,
ones, I
yeah,
think.
well, behind you and that,
Yeah, do them first.
yeah, there's
Okay.
two sides to that one. So I'm not going to put too much more in this
No.
one. Because it is starting to get a bit full now. In fact, the fact that we're going to have another mount tray,
Yeah.
that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do. Otherwise it's just going to be a bit clumsy. It's going to be a bit clumsy anyway.
Yeah. It's hard not to be.
Yeah.
There's something like one of these next.
Yeah.
Because this isn't as strong, but it is bigger.
No, but that is because it's
These-
two.
Yeah.
And that's relatively strong inside the lid. No, leave them together.
Oh, you want them
Yeah,
like
there's-
that?
Well, actually, no, there's no weight.
No.
No,
I was thinking
no.
of
Yeah, they
having-
can come separate.
Yeah.
We've got two good boxes there. Because these are strong. You know,
Yeah.
this is good, strong boxes. These are. We're only going to need another two.
Yeah, I reckon so.
But yeah, those are quite large ones.
Do you
So
want to do those big ones?
no, the Vandas will just
Should
go
we, they should be the ones we hang in
in
the
the
car,
car.
shouldn't
Yeah,
they?
but
Yeah.
you get those big ones
Yeah.
first, because most of the rest is little ones.
Yeah.
Ah, tiny twinkle. Got one open.
Oh yeah.
That's got a spike on that one. Look at the hook.
I am.
Yeah, you're bending it.
I need two hands.
Yeah, it's not strong.
What's that one on the back? Is that mould?
No, that's just
The wood.
That's just the inside
Yeah.
of the bark. Yeah, that's just how it comes. It's how it is.
How it is. It's nice to see some of these a bit more, because obviously when they're always round the back, I don't see them
Well,
as
they
much.
need the brightest light if they're going to bloom.
Yeah.
And certainly with the Jenkinsy eye, I definitely know that's the trigger now. It's not
It's
the
got
cold.
enormous, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to get split into about 5.
Yeah.
There's lots of people like that. And want
It's
it.
a lovely one.
And if you look at it, you know, you've got a plant there, you've
Mhm.
got a little plant there, another one there, another one there, one there, and one there.
Yeah.
So that's lots of little plants for people.
You will keep one as well,
Oh,
right?
crikey,
Yeah.
yes, I shall.
Ooh, like.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only a Phalaenopsis, but
Oh. that has
this
really,
still looks lovely.
that has really attractive flowers, that Phalaenopsis. It's not just a Phalaenopsis. That's the only reason I kept it.
So pretty. I love that plant.
Again, that's going to be split because it's left a ball patch in the middle. It's grown away.
Yeah, yeah,
And on the curvature there, there's only one part that can get right.
yeah.
So it doesn't work anymore. Try not to
Should we
squash
put
it.
these more medium-sized ones next?
Yeah, up above your head. Look at, you're not going to like that.
Hairy one. We've got a spider on it.
Oh,
Oh,
I meant the plant.
oh, I love this one. Other than that, it looks like a spider.
Other than it's nearly dead.
Yeah. That was looking brilliant at one point though, wasn't it?
But that's the second one I've had that's done that.
Just suddenly gone, yeah.
They seem to grow on okay and then they just keel over. I would say that's the
And
second
these
one.
bigger ones?
Yeah, yeah, they're resting ones.
These look nice.
Get some blooms on there. Well, it was two kekies rescued
It
from
is
the plant
lovely.
that rotted.
Mm.
I grew those last year, and these are this year's canes. We should get some blooms on these. That's the theory. We're going to have another box, so I think it's probably better to start another box now. Because
Yeah.
we've got lots of little ones now.
Okay.
Well, I can put some little ones on top here, just resting. Because I don't want to squash the Jenkinsii leaves,
No.
but no, that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do. Let's,
Okay, we've got at least 2 more big flat cardboard boxes, so
Yeah.
we'll find out that.
and as I'm looking at this, I'm looking at how many crates will go in the car in one go.
I mean, I'd say that's at least 3 trips already.
Those 6 big ones will go in one go,
Do you
and then
reckon?
that's what's left.
Yeah?
I reckon we'll do it in 2.
I think they might be wider than you think, but you, to be honest, you're a better judge than I am, so. Well, it takes as many trips as it takes.
We'll
doesn't
put
it?
these in.
Yeah, they're
first.
bigger, aren't
Yeah,
they?
bigger.
That makes sense.
This is all the Twinkles and Associates.
That's a little one open.
That's
They
good.
always do quite well, don't they?
Yeah, they all need redoing. They all need the moss changing because it's all got old. That came from Jeff's, which I thought was a twinkle. It's not. I don't
No.
know what it is yet until it opens. But it's not
It's
a twinkle.
something similar.
It is an
though.
oncidium,
Yeah.
but it's not a twinkle.
These maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, you can check them.
Yeah. And my sweet sugar has finally recovered. That's taken 2.5 years to get it to that stage. That should
I
be
love
that should be over 2 foot long, branched, and have about 50
Yeah,
leaves on.
I've seen them at shows and stuff. But then you had a spike more like that years ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
A decent branched one.
Yeah.
Perhaps these more medium
Oh, that's a biggie.
Yeah.
That will just lay on the top. Yeah, I think
And
that.
wieldy.
Yeah, that'll probably just lay over the top. Like it's unusual for that not to have any blooms on.
Mm.
Right, try and put this down there, squashing spikes.
New leaves coming.
Yeah, well, that's got new
Yeah,
growth.
that looks good.
That's my only bulb of filling now.
Yeah,
So, yeah, well, all the ones from Archie I didn't like.
You didn't really want him,
Not
did you?
now.
I mean, it's very nice of him, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's like an unwanted gift, isn't it?
Well, every 6 months or so he does a video saying, I'm back, I'm coming back, and he never does.
No. I just don't think he's giving it as much time
Well, I
nowadays.
think it's just his priorities have
Yeah,
changed. When he was
exactly.
much younger, he was
He has
obviously,
friends now.
yeah,
He used
he
to
was,
have any
he
friends.
was very dependent. We're not going to get all these
No,
in.
I think we need to start a new one, to be honest.
Yeah, otherwise we're going to damage them too much. So I'm going to take some of those out. Leave it there.
Oh, you're going to take some out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That off the top.
Take the big one off, yeah.
Squashing spikes. Some of these, because they're on top of the twinkle spikes.
Yeah, you don't accidentally snap a whole one off. You lose a lot of flowers if that happens.
Come again, you know, I mean, this is
It's
all,
still a shame.
it's a one-off move, we won't be bloody doing it again in the near future. That's a bit better.
Can you fit these tiny little telonias in
No,
there?
no, we've still got
Yeah.
that one.
Okay.
That's the idea, is
Okey-doke.
just space it out a bit more. But yeah, 3 loads, definitely, no more. But then, you know, like I say, we've still got to get all the trays of moss in,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of trips basically, just because you can only fit so much. It's all nice and small and light, aren't they?
That's not going to make it. That's rotted at the base.
How titchy that is.
Yeah, that's a recovery.
Oh yeah, it's doing
Yeah.
fine, it's just titchy. But yeah, he's
That's
not
gone.
worth it, is he? Do you reuse the mount?
Yeah. But that sort of stuff will go in the clear out, when I'm
Yeah.
clearing stuff out. That one's not that happy. Again, they're in old moss, they need redoing. You can't rely on them lasting forever on a
That's
mount.
looking alright.
Yeah.
And that one's got a new growth on his roots. Good. And do you want this one? Refit? Yeah, it's one here that's out.
And the air plants can throw in on top of this.
Little old one, whatever that is.
That's the value on a mount.
Oh, okay.
Bit of an experiment, but it's growing now, whereas it wasn't in a pot. So we'll pass that. And the air plants.
Yeah, other than the air plants, that's it. Other than, oh no, did you?
Yeah, behind the big one.
Yeah. Oh, he's wet. He's very wet still. What's this soaking?
That implies it's some water been getting in or something.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like 5 days ago.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Hmm.
Oh well.
Oh, it doesn't matter, they're moving now.
Yeah.
Love these air plants.
Why bother keeping them? I'm not that keen on
I just think
them.
they're interesting looking and they don't take much looking after really, do they?
No, but at the moment they don't get any looking after, so if I'm not careful I'll lose them. Okay, they're air plants and they don't need much water, but they do need
They
some.
need some, yeah.
Keep getting
Like a
forgotten.
big of moss popped on top, it's so
Yeah, I
light.
suppose so.
That's all.
This is the only bit that's
Yeah.
alive, all this is dead.
Can sort that later
Again,
though.
just lack of
Bung
water.
the whole thing on.
Water.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then it's just the two big banders there.
Well, I'm going to leave them. When we start loading up the car with the kit, there may be a place to hang them on the
Yeah,
kit.
sometimes.
Yeah, on the
yeah.
kit. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, this will probably be the last bit of kit to go. So, rubbish. Plants can all go up and out of the way.
What are you doing with the like little ferns and stuff? Are you bringing them? Or
I am, well,
yeah.
my maidenhair fern died. These two little ferns, and I've got a lovely maidenhair fern there that's actually growing in the concrete.
Is it
It's
really?
growing in the
I
moss.
thought it was in a pot.
No, it's not in the pot.
Okay.
There's a shower.
And
And
what
I'll-
about your trays and moss? You get them out next?
Well, they'll go straight in the car,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and they can go in after the kit. They'll just go in under the shelves.
We need them out of the way so we can get the kit out then, don't we? So
I
just
suppose so.
plonk them in the lounge
Well,
for now.
as this workbench is going to be last to go,
Put everything on it.
yeah. I mean, a lot of it, careful, a lot of it will go in
That's
boxes.
full of water. I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
realise that.
They live in it. Yeah, try not to break them because once they split down, they don't hold water anymore.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise they were so heavy.
And that bag of moss, that's actually for Lynn.
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
bloody chance of giving to him. See, that was destined to go to the Wessex Christmas do.
Oh,
Of
right.
course, then the car wouldn't start, would it?
Oh, yeah.
So I got the lift, so it didn't go.
That was stacked, didn't it?
Yeah, it's only.
And then your bag.
Yeah, go careful with that because it's, the water sort of sits on the bottom. It has got water in it. Yeah, we'll sit it on top somewhere. My ordinary moss.
Oh, I thought that was dead.
No, that's the sort
Yeah?
of moss I use
Oh,
for some
okay.
of the mounts, but I'm tending to use this
Yeah.
Welsh moss now.
I think it
Right,
looks nicer because it's like hairier,
yeah.
fluffier.
Right, so this is a decommissioning. So to get at those two,
Need this
that's
out,
got to
yeah.
come out, so that's one of the first ones to go. And
Do
that-
the dustpan and brushes
Yeah.
to brush it off. Have you got anything like that still
Not here, no,
No?
they all got taken over.
I didn't think to bring that.
Never mind. You know, I mean...
We can hoover the car if it gets messy. can't
Oh, the
we?
car's not a problem. I'm just, you know, I'd like to start my new grow room clean and keep it clean.
Yeah.
Right, so that will go on top of things. What I want, yeah, I'd like to get these two pairs out.
Yeah, I mean, they're wired together.
Yeah,
so-
and I'd like to keep them just like that and just put them in the car like that. And if that's the only one that goes in, then so be it. But are you going to be able to, oh, hang on.
It's attached to something in the corner.
Let's have a look. It's that fan, I suspect,
Yeah.
which is,
To be honest, you should be doing this because you know where things are attached to.
well or not.
Or not, yeah.
I was going to say, that's full of water, that's heavy. That's full of water, that's heavy. So this one will come out, and then when this one's out, those two will come out, okay? Oh, it's not worth struggling against
No,
this
we
stuff
can,
like that.
do it later.
Yeah. Mind the camera.
Yeah.
Just put it in there somewhere, I just want to see what these two are, this is attached to. I think it's just tucked in behind that fan. Yeah, that's all it was.
I think it was just caught on something. I don't think it was attached.
The other thing is power off.
Yeah.
See, now this one is attached, fans
I'm
are
not
attached
sure
to
more than
that.
one of these is going to fit in the car at once.
No,
To be honest, I'm not sure the car's wide enough to fit them, is it? They look bloody wide, Dad.
Well, let's get one out and find out.
Yeah.
Is it even going to go through the door?
Hopefully. Yeah, it'll go through the door, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah. Oh, this might be spinning out the way a little bit. Just about, I reckon.
Right, straight out. And we'll see. Once we get one out there.
Yeah.
There's two of these, and if they have to go as a separate entity, one each,
Yeah.
so be it.
But I really don't think any more than just this is going to fit in the car, if it fits.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah?
What's the door behind? No time's going.
I'll look at my watch in a second and put it down to open the front door.
Yeah, imagine me trying to do this on there.
This is bloody hard, right? Because it's not heavy, it's awkward. Try and get that around the corner and drag it. Absolutely.
I think. Well, I obviously didn't underestimate.
Yeah.
Only those sides will be one. Yeah, I think the tall, slim ones
Yeah.
run alongside each other.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah. Right, so that just fitted. Now we're not going to get any more shelving in this time,
No,
so we can fill the floor space up with other
with
stuff.
water, the things,
Moss
the
trays,
moss.
yeah, all that sort of stuff, it's
Yeah.
all got to go.
Okay.
As I said, as far as the electrics are
We're
concerned,
putting this up there because this needs to go last because it needs to sit on the trays, doesn't it?
as far as the electrics are concerned, all I want is the heater and the thermostat. Today,
Yeah.
all the other electrics can do, you know, another time if
Mhm.
necessary. I can come back to them all. Okay, we've got orchids packed, and we're looking at these 6 big trays. I think is one load, and I think we might get away with one other load because all these have got to go flat. So with the size of the vehicle, I think these will go round that way, 2, 4, 6, and possibly even another couple of boxes on the end. So we're probably 2 loads to get the plants over. As far as kit's concerned, we've got a little set of shelves out in the hall and this one because they needed to get out of the way. And these pairs take up the whole of the back of the car. So that is the next load to go, with bits of kit in the spaces. And then we've got 2 tall sets of shelves and 2 short ones, which is probably going to need another 2 runs because of the space. And all that's left to do out here really is just get these racks down, which is fiddly. I've got some steps, so I'm not going to break my neck, but there's lots of things to unwire and unclip and unhook to get those done. And then once they're out of the way, I can get at all of the electrics and disconnect all of those, because I'm taking all of the electrics, even though this time I don't need them all. But that's the bank of sockets that I'd like to use as my main electricity supply when we get there, because it's 6 and they're all switchable, so that's a good one. And then obviously all the, you know, the humidistats and thermostats, quite a few of which will be spare. The 2 fans are going to get dumped. I've got a new one, and when I need if I need a second one later in the year, I'll get another new one because these are on their last legs anyway. I've just noticed we missed a plant. It's my rarest plant as well. But that's what's left to do, and today we will get all the kit done and over there. So tomorrow we come back for the plants, and it's 2 loads. So this 2 days is going to see it done. That's the good bit. It's going to see it done. So, but what is very noticeable, Hannah noticed it first, is just how much smaller this place is. When you see it empty, or nearly empty, just how much smaller it is than the new place. You know, the new place is at least another metre longer, if not more. So we're going to have a lot more room. Anyway, so that's the end of this one. I'm not going to film any more here today. And tomorrow we'll be getting the plants over. So we'll be filming at the other place from tomorrow. So that's it for today. So hope you found that interesting. Chatting away and talking waffle and drivel and all that sort of stuff as we were packing all the plants. But that was the thing people wanted to see. So we've still got the 2 big Vandas to go. They'll hang on one of these racks in the back of the car at some point. And yeah, it's going well. Doing okay. See you next time.